What's up? Huff and Puff Sports Buzz in the house. Back after a 2-week hiatus. I'm Huff. Huff right there. It's the Sports Buzz. You can sit somewhere behind us back there.
Huff.
Every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. We right here on Free Thinkers Radio app. Also on YouTube after the fact. You can get all the other episodes on YouTube up there. We're also on Spotify, I do believe, and of course Facebook Live. Thank you, Facebook Live folks, for tuning in out there. I know you coming in right now. I know we have Darren Murphy out there, so I'm already tuning in. A lot going on. We've been going for 2 weeks. A lot has happened. The whole college season has been underway. Some have played 3 games since the last time we've been on air. The NFL's played 2 games. And in my opinion, Chad, after 2 weeks, it has more questions than answers.
Actually, I'm settled in now. I haven't hit yet in, anything that I've been doing.
You haven't hit yet in anything you've been doing?
Yeah, nothing's been really working for me when it comes to betting for these.
Working for me, everything's been betting.
Yeah,
right.
Sucks.
There's usually a clock right here. There's usually a counter right here. I don't know if the counter.
I don't even know if it's on. But listen, the first 2 weeks, I lost. So now
you didn't talk to me before you did it. Right? That's what
you
should lose.
You no more.
You should lose. You don't talk to me.
You. I know how it's going to play out from now on.
If you don't talk to me before you do those things, you should.
They think
you should lose.
We think they are.
If you ain't trying to win, you're trying to lose. And what Chad is trying to do. As I was saying, after 2 weeks, I think I have more questions than answers. I've always had a theory that 4 weeks in, especially with college, before people should even have a Heisman list, before they should even have the rankings, because that gives teams a chance to play home and away. If people change, if there's injuries, whatever, some freshmen are redshirting, people don't know what they're going to do with some of the young players. I think 4 games is enough time for people to settle in, get from the height and kind of be who you are about 4 games in. Not that it doesn't change from there, but at least 4 games give you a chance to at least play a home and away game for most teams. So college football, you get a lot of directional teams. You get a lot of big teams playing teams they favor to win about 30-plus points and all that. Very rarely do you get a big head-to-head matchup with power teams like you had with Georgia, South Carolina, which still ended up being a blowout. But most times it's Clemson Furman, for instance, or USC Coastal, or teams like that early in the season. So give it 4 weeks. I have more strong opinions. Right now I got questions. Here's some of the questions, Chad. We'll stick with college first, and then we'll go to pros. Alabama. Can anybody beat Alabama? My opinion right now is no.
Yes.
But we don't know yet. So
yes.
That question is out there right now.
It's going down.
Who will it be? We're going to let Chad answer that in just a minute. Will Ohio State be better with Urban Meyer when he comes back off his 3 game suspension? We don't know. We'll find out next week. What's up, Clifton Smith? Thanks for tuning in.
Probably not.
Also, in college football, what's wrong with FSU? Florida State has a lot of problems. Can they be fixed?
Their quarterback's last name is French.
They're 1-2. And the win was over Samford. 2 ugly losses. The last one to Syracuse, and they just haven't looked well. And Taggart,
shout out to Syracuse.
Well, the Taggart looks like he, is in a world of trouble. I think it's too early to talk about firing the guy, but people are talking about firing the guy.
But Syracuse is not a bad team. They are on the come up. I just want to let people know.
They are.
In 3 years,
Dino Babers.
In 3 years, when we're talking about Syracuse football, you're gonna go back to this conversation. I said it first, man.
Dino Babers is a good coach. He's got it going up there. Got some good talent. And they tough at home anyway in that Carrier Dome. It was sweltering hot up there. And they put it to Florida State. But Florida State does have issues, especially along the offensive line. Francois didn't have much chance to do anything. And while we're throwing out questions, in the NFL, the Steelers are a little bit of a train wreck too. We get to the Steelers in a minute. They look like they have a lot of questions there as well. A powerful franchise that might be on the downturn. So let's go to Alabama. You say Alabama can be beaten. Who's going to beat them, Chad?
Clemson.
They're not on the schedule.
Or Georgia.
Who's on the schedule that can beat them?
On the schedule? I don't know who's on the schedule. LSU got a good chance, but I doubt it.
Texas A&M this weekend. They got a chance.
Doubt it. Nobody on the schedule.
So have you seen Clemson play this year?
Yep. Okay. They play good. Okay. We got 2 quarterbacks, too. Mm-hmm. Good offensive line, good defensive line.
I've seen Clemson play about half a game. But you will be the first, and that's why you're Chad. You're the first person I've seen that's seen Clemson and think they could probably beat Alabama more so than years past.
I'm going with Dabo.
I don't think anybody's in Alabama's league right now. I think if Dabo. Who's that? Who's that? Is he related to Dabo Swinney?
Same thing.
Is that his cousin?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we can
Dabo Swinney has a cousin named Dabo. Who knew?
Dabo.
This is the kind of analysis you get from Chad the Barber had.
Dabo. That's what we call it.
That's his cousin.
That's the hood name.
That's how they separate them.
That's the hood name.
Boo and Bo.
Dabo.
Okay. So Dabo. He also coaches Clemson. So Chad thinks Clemson can beat them. So Georgia is on a collision course, as the way it looks now. They could play Alabama in the championship game again, like they did last year.
And Georgia could probably beat them.
Right. So you think Georgia's something? I
just don't think Alabama's that good.
That opinion. Would you seen them though?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you seen them?
Yeah, they look very good. They look better than I've seen any team look at the last few years.
No, man.
To me, My opinion.
Come on, man. You've been watching last year.
My opinion. Yeah, I don't watch sports.
No.
That's what I need to do. I need you to start watching some games.
You huffing.
I'm trying to get you to watch.
Huffing.
I need you to watch some games.
And I'm watching sports.
I need to get you to watch some games. So, with that being said, Jalen Hurts coming off the bench. A lot of people think Jalen Hurts won't play after 4 games and save that year. I was told by someone who's closer to the situation than I am that he's going to play out the year, graduate in December, and have a year to play wherever he chooses because he'll be eligible to transfer anywhere without sitting out. But hats off to the young man graduating in 2.5 years, first of all, from Alabama. And he's doing well. But I think he's important to Alabama this year because Tua runs the ball quite a bit. He's throwing it. Tua's an early Heisman favorite. I think, again, too early to have a serious list out. But people are talking about Tua after 2 games. He looks really good. He's no doubt the best quarterback on that team for that team. But you can't run him that much and without a backup like Hurts, who's also a high D1 caliber talent. Alabama's set to wreck shop. And I think they're going to walk through the college football this year. Also, when we talk about that, we talk about OSU. I hinted about it earlier. Urban Meyer coming back. TCU hung with them. A lot of people didn't see that coming.
I'm mad about that.
Yeah, because I think you laid the points.
God, man.
Yeah, TCU is a pretty good team.
I needed that.
Yeah, Gary Patterson's been there for like 15 years. That system is in place. They always have. Look at the NFL. They always send people to the league quietly. They're just not in a big conference where everybody talks about them a lot. But you go to their place.
They play
and right. And every few years they knock on the door and try to crash the party for the playoffs or for national title contention. Every few years TCU is in the periphery of the conversation. So again, with that being said, college football has a lot of questions. The Heisman race, I think, even though Tua's out front, I think it's wide open. Let's go to NFL.
In the whole nation, you giving it to Tua already?
I said he's a front runner early after 2. If you had to after 2 games, I think 4 games in, I still think the kid at Wisconsin is going to have something to say about it, the big running back. I think this year might be one of those years where somebody comes out of nowhere. I think maybe week 5 and 6 and 7. Mid-season, somebody emerges that wasn't on the preseason watch list. I mean, it's just that kind of year. It's wide open. Bryce Love, a kid, again, I know his parents very well. I root for him because I went to USC with his parents. He's a small guy. He's beat up at Stanford. He's gotten off to a slow start. He was the favorite coming in because he's returned with the most votes of last year's Heisman race. He finished second last year. He comes in, of course, being the leading guy from last year's race. But he's beat up. So, again, it's going to open it up. Let's get off. I'm going to get a couple of pros for a minute. I know you're an Oakland Raiders fan.
We have to speak about it.
Oh, we have to. Absolutely, we have to.
Seriously?
Absolutely. Yolanda Harper, thanks for telling me.
We haven't won a game yet. We lost both of them in the fourth quarter. We led both of them in the halftime. I think we just kind of like quit.
John Gruden is the real deal. 2 games in, that's early.
I'm not mad at John. We'll get there. It ain't this year.
I told you this.
We'll get there.
I told you this earlier today, so I want to go and now for the public. He's making me bring out and dust off. I'm blow the dust off. I'm going into the crates. He's making me bring out my Lamont Sanford Award for you, big dummy. First of all, a lot of people thought it was the smartest thing in the world to let Khalil Mack go. I know Khalil Mack wanted a lot of money. But here's, no matter what you think about Khalil Mack leaving, you can't let one of the best pass rushers, if not the best pass rushers in the NFL, go for a bag of beans and a bologna sandwich. Magic beans. Beans. You can't let that happen. And then after both games, go to the podium in front of the microphone.
I think that's a joke. I think it's an ongoing joke.
And say, oh, we need to pressure the quarterback more. Don't say that. Say you was too hot. Say the team was thirsty. Say it was the offensive lineman's fault. You can't say that you're not pressuring the quarterback when you let that guy go. That's the wrong thing to say. John Gruden, 10 years away from the game.
I think it was a joke. I think it's a joke.
No, who's laughing? Were you rolling on your stomach? You were hee-hawing? You were kikiing?
We need a pass rush. You gave him one. Everybody knows that. He knows that.
You slapping your knee, laughing?
Do you think he not knows what he's saying?
That's what I'm saying.
No.
I'm on record. On tape. This is recorded, I'm sure. I'm on record saying I think John Gruden has so little self-awareness that he not only let a pass rusher go. After being on Monday Night Football for 10 years, saying at some point every game, every Monday night of his broadcasting career, he said, gotta have an edge rusher. Gotta have an edge. In the NFL, you must have an edge rusher. Well, he doesn't. Good. It worked out because he doesn't have him. It worked out. It worked. Well, good. You know what? It worked out perfectly.
That's all right.
0-2.
Move on.
Getting worse.
You need to move on.
Oh, the only reason
we moved on,
folks. The only reason the Raiders are only 0-2 right now because they've only played 2 games.
That's cool.
They can't get to 0-3 until the next game. So
that's cool. We lost both of those. We actually lost both.
So next comes
I have no excuse.
And then we know what comes after 3, right? So anyway, yeah. So playing without.
We're only one behind y'all.
Yeah. What's
only one behind y'all.
Well, you're not really competing. Y'all not competing against Down. There's 31 other teams in the league. So you're not.
No, we're just competing against Down.
No. That's gonna be unfortunate. What you need to compete against is $100 million you gave to a guy who went out of coaching for 10 years.
We ain't worried about that. We got a stadium.
That's a Cleveland Browns move.
Forget Oakland.
Speaking of Cleveland Browns,
forget the city.
Josh Gordon leaves Cleveland and goes to the Patriots. That's a risk because we know the man has bad substance abuse problems. Now, apparently, he pulled his hamstring during a commercial or promo shoot last week, and that was the last straw for the Cleveland Browns. I'm wondering, was it more to it than that? Because they've been waiting on this guy for 3 or 4 years, and for them to let him go now, and the Patriots got him for a 5th round pick. The Patriots continue to fleece people.
They'll make it work. Moss work.
The Patriots will make it work.
James Harrison work.
And I think
everybody
with Brady about to turn 41, this might give us some extra juice. Throwing a deep ball to this guy, Josh Gordon. Please don't sleep on how good Josh Gordon is. He's really good. He's top 1%. He's top 1%. He's top. And apparently, a little bit he did in preseason, people saw it and like, okay, I still see what I saw.
One catch for a touchdown.
He looked strong. And again, all you need to do in the NFL, really, like Ted again with the Panthers, just let people think you'll run past them. When Ted again was the Panthers, they opened up everything for Olsen underneath. If you're scared about the ball going over your head, you tend to allow the things in front of you. Can't cover both. Which leads me to my Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys beat the Giants, I think, Sunday because just committed to the throw earlier or the run. They had to make a decision. When they went deep earlier, it loosened up for Zeke. Or you gotta commit to one. They ran Zeke 15 times. They committed. They ran 15 times against the Panthers week 1. The Panthers had to do nothing special to stop. Panthers did not have to load the box for Zeke. They just 15 tries that's not strong. So that didn't help Dak at all. But once you establish one or the other, Dak has enough talent to make it to play off of that. Zeke has enough talent to run between the cracks. I think he's gonna get better as the year goes on. But what bothers me as a Cowboys fan is he still doesn't have that one go-to guy. Most quarterbacks that are good and have success in the league have that one. You call it the security blanket. Brady has Gronk.
Y'all's quit.
Yeah. He quit?
He quit.
Who? Which one?
Witten
is one of them.
That's it.
Yeah. But he needed
That's
to.
All y'all ain't had no dibs.
He was getting a step slow. So now in the NFL, we got to talk Steelers. So human nature being what it is, people are going to eventually look at Mike Tomlin. Le'Veon Bell is out holding out. Understandably or not, he has $14 million on the table. He's holding out, Chad.
I don't know if he's the problem.
No, that's part of it. I'm starting. That's okay. Then now Antonio Brown is on the sidelines with a tantrum, which receivers do that. Now
he went to practice.
He went today. He's well paid. I heard Jalen Rose. I'm gonna quote him, and then I'm gonna try to see if I can take it one step further. He made a point and said, "Okay, human nature being what it is, if you see Shazier get hurt on the field like you did, you gotta go to be like, hey, I want my money as soon as possible because that can happen. One play, real. And if the money ain't guaranteed, pass the bonus man. So that the checks they don't have to, they can stop right then on that play. That play could be it. So now I understand when you say, hey, give me my bonus, give me some money up front, load me up. So if I do go out like Shazier, then my family's taken care of. So I understand I understand Le'Veon Bell want his money. I get it. But here's the one step further. If I'm Antonio Brown, and again, human nature being what it is, all receivers want what the most? They want what?
The money.
And the ball. And they want the ball. Right. So he got his money. He want the ball. So what are you thinking? Him and his agent probably thinking, with Le'Veon Bell out, Antonio about to go. They got to throw to my man now. And he ain't throwing to my man. So I think that's about he said that whole while like, well, Bell out, I'm about to put up some numbers. I'm about to look real good. Being overthrown like 6 times. They're not connected.
Being done.
So I think the ego, the human nature ego, I think on the Steelers you got 2 things. You got people worrying about their health now after watching Shazier on one hit, career over. Very likely. Not impossible he comes back, but very likely over. And then you got Antonio Brown saying, you know what, if I can't shine now with Bell out, when am I ever going to catch him? Because when he comes back.
But is he saying that though?
No, my point is the tantrum the other day. Obviously he wanted the ball. So I'm just, again, human nature. Wouldn't you think you get the ball more if the star back is out? Remember the big B's? Ben, Bell, and Brown. With one of them out, the other one should think he'd get the ball.
Yeah,
right. And he's not getting it.
And they lose.
And he's watching these numbers that they're going to get the Chiefs put up pinball numbers.
And they lose.
And he got to be right. He
put up 30-something points.
Right, but he got to be saying, look, these dudes are bombs compared to me. I'm me. I'm Antonio Brown. I'm either 1 or 1A in the league. I'm the top of 2 or 3.
He needs to go to the Chiefs because they got a quarterback.
Well, I'm glad that's a good segue. What do you think about Mahomes?
I like Mahomes. Best quarterback in the league right now. 10 touchdowns in 2 games. 6 on the Steelers.
That makes him the best in the league.
Who else got 10 touchdowns in two games?
10 touchdowns. That's all it takes, 10 touchdowns?
10 touchdowns in your first 2 games. Let me put it to you like that. Your first 2 games as a starter in the Chiefs, you got 10 touchdowns. Yes, that does make you the best so far. You're doing better than Brady. You're doing better than Drew Brees. You got a better record than Brady. You got a better record than Drew Brees. You got a better record than Aaron. No, you and Aaron Rodgers got the same, but I don't know. Aaron Rodgers, I have to say, is out of those two.
So put Chad.
But if Aaron Rodgers, I would say like this: if Aaron Rodgers did not have the broken ankles issue, I would put Mahomes up ahead of him.
Trisha Osborne's my classmate, class 85. What's up? Chesterfield High School. What's up? Oh, by the way, before I go any further in the show, special shout out, thoughts and prayers to the people on the North Carolina coast hit hard by Hurricane Florence, the low country of South Carolina, the PD area in general, and in particularly Chesterfield and Cheraw area where I'm from, my family's from, hit hard by floodwaters, all kind of issues, power out for some time and all that. Check on my family daily. Y'all pray for the PD area, pray for the low country and the North Carolina coast. Hit hard. I saw some videos and pictures that are just disheartening. And there's been, I think, 30 plus deaths claimed by Hurricane Florence, and one is too many. So let's hope disaster relief gets there for those who need it. And again, our thoughts and prayers here from Huff and Puff Sports Buzz goes out to those folks affected by the storm. We're lucky in Columbia. People posting and tripping out because it was, thinking it was overkill. Just be glad it wasn't you. Just be glad you wasn't underprepared. Underprepared, you don't get the post because you might be dead. So let's be glad we are able to get our fingers out and complain about, they closed the school, and just be thankful they didn't hit us. How about that part? Don't skip that part of being glad it didn't hit us because it could. Remember, I was here for Hurricane Hugo. I remember what that was. That wasn't cute at all. So staying with the NFL, Tampa, Fitzpatrick, Fitzmagic, they call it.
Yeah.
So James.
Yeah, I see that Fitzmagic because it's gonna run out.
Right, that's what I think. So James is gonna come back after game 3. Now I don't think James gets the job back.
Just like playing crap. Sooner or later you gotta get your money off the board. You better take him out before it's too late.
So I think it's a foregone conclusion that James doesn't get his job back immediately. I think until Fitzpatrick really falters, which he does. His career is this is what he does. He goes to teams to back up, and for whatever reason, I don't know if he's the Grim Reaper, whoever he's in front of either gets hurt or some issue happens and he takes over. He did it at Buffalo, did it in New York, and he has 3 or 4 good games, maybe 5, and then eventually he comes back and everybody remembers why he was a journeyman. So that's his career path. He's on the bench.
Pull him out
he starts, he plays well, then he returns. But while he's playing well, people see enough, and then after he goes back full circle, he goes back to the bench. Someone else will sign him next year for big money. He gets paid more than any backup. He gets big money. He got a big deal a few years ago. So Jameis is still going. I think by the end of the year, Jameis will be the guy. But Jameis can't walk back in there. Jameis blew that himself. He can't walk back up there and get that
not
job.
Because of
Crotchgate.
Yeah, I mean
he lost his job because of Crotchgate.
It wasn't because of playing.
Right, but he lost. That's what I'm saying. He did it himself. He did it. He did
that
it.
guy, nigga. He needs.
But right now, when Deshaun Jackson,
don't go out like that.
When Deshaun Jackson, your best receiver, who's a deep threat, you remember Jameis couldn't get him the ball last year. Deshaun Jackson's happy. He's going public saying, "Hey, you can't change now," because he looking good. What do wide receivers want again? They want the ball. Deshaun Jackson really does one thing well, and that's he runs the deep pattern and he scores, and he's doing that with Fitzmagic. So with that being said,
Fitzmagic.
Yeah. So of all. Look, quick stat I read on, I saw it, read it, whatever. All 3 Florida teams are 2-0 for the first time in 20 years or something like that. Wow. Miami's 2-0, Tampa
not for long
2-0, and of course Jacksonville 2-0. And I'm gonna get to Jacksonville in a minute.
First one.
The last time this happened when all 3 teams were 2-0. At the end of that season, that's why 2-0 don't mean a whole lot. That's why you can't get too excited even with Mahomes after 2 games. This is the NFL, not for long. That's what they say it stands for. But that year when all 3 Florida teams were 2-0, they had a combined 1 win in the playoffs at the end of the year. So from that 2-0 start at the end, on all 3 of them together, one of them won 1 playoff game. The other was not so much.
So 0 and 2 don't mean
who's the most real? Absolutely.
The Raiders still have a chance.
Absolutely.
We still got a chance.
There's only been 1 team to win a Super Bowl after the 0-2 start. That was Cowboys when Emmitt Smith held out for 2 games. In 93, they back-to-back. The second year of back-to-backs, I believe. Emmitt Smith held out for 2 games, and all of a sudden he came at the 3rd game and actually, we're good again. We're back!
That's terrible.
Yeah, head off to that. So that being said, so remember the 3 teams: Miami, Tampa, Jacksonville. Who's the realest? Who's the most real? Who's really real of those 3? Who goes the furthest?
Jacksonville.
Right. I got Jacksonville in the Super Bowl. Rams, Jacksonville. Rams, Jacksonville. You heard me say Rams a while back. Michael Jenkins, what's up? Thanks
I
for
can
tuning
see
in.
that. I can see the Rams, but I can't see Jackson.
Who's gonna start?
Kansas City.
That could happen. What's up, Jones? We got company in here. He said, "Yo,
What's up?
So we got an audience. We have a tape in front of a live studio audience. You ever heard that on TV? Tape before a live studio. So we're live. This is a live show. That's Jones over there. Jones, say what's up? You heard that? That's Jones. And ladies, fellas and ladies, right? Trying to say,
There are some ladies,
especially the ladies. The ladies. So anyway, that's what's going on. So we talked about everybody. I'll say my Cowboys for last a little bit. I'm gonna hit them a little bit harder right quick. I touched them early a little bit. So here's the thing. In my opinion, my Cowboys, and I can't start rooting for them because I'm not that kind of guy, but I don't know if Jerry is committed to winning like he said. He vocalizes wanting to win a Super Bowl real bad, but if you're really serious about winning a Super Bowl, don't you have a different coach than Jason Garrett? I'm not sure what Jason Garrett is doing.
You just hating on Jason.
Jason Garrett is a guy who's, I think he's just allowed to be.
Y'all did that with Wade Phillips, man. Cowboy fans ain't never satisfied.
Or general manager. Don't you have to have a real general manager?
That just sucks.
If you're really committed to winning this Super Bowl.
Period.
There's a reason why the drought is there.
Move the team.
Like Oakland, just be a vagabond.
That's what you do. Move your team. That's what we do.
It's the Oakland Raiders or the Las Vegas Raiders?
It don't matter.
They don't have a team.
We ain't winning. It don't matter what it is. When we start winning, I start answering questions.
How about that Derek Carr?
He's all right. He'll be better. We ain't about to go get another one. Stick with him. Ride it out. 10 years. Thank
y'all for tuning in. This is
Raider Nation.
Huff and Puff Sports
Buzz. This is Raider Nation,
Free Thinkers Radio every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. And also on YouTube. We can catch all the shows on YouTube.
Beast Mode.
We're going to take a break right now. Pause for the cause. Check out our greatest friend, our best realtor friend there is. Take a look at Karen Alexander's real estate business. S&M Realty of South Carolina is your premier real estate broker. When you are ready to buy, sell, or invest, contact Karen Alexander at 803-445-7185 for all your needs. She will assist you in finding the perfect home for you and your family. Contact Karen Alexander today at 803-445-7185. 20 years of experience in the business. Karen Alexander is your realtor. 803-445-7185.
And we're back. Huff and Puff Nation, man. Really Raider Nation. Let's go. Let's talk about Raider football. What about Beast Mode, man? What you think about Beast Mode? Is he not the greatest running back you've ever seen?
No, he's not. But he is doing well for his age. I didn't think he had that much left in the tank. I wish they give him the ball. I wish they give him the ball more. Derek Carr don't.
He's still running over people, man.
Right.
They say he carried 2,400 pounds that first touchdown.
Yeah, he
carried 2,400 pounds for 4 yards.
For a guy that sat out a year just a few years ago, he still has a lot. Amazing. He has a lot left to take. That might have kept him fresh, but he's one of the best things they have going for him. But I'm glad you want to talk about the Raiders. That's good for you. But they are 0-2. They look horrible. Gave away a game
only
late.
In the second half. Only in the second half we look bad.
Well, interesting.
We look great in the first half.
Interestingly enough, you got to play 4 quarters though.
We'll figure that out soon.
Speaking of 4 quarters, your thoughts on the tie of the NFL? Because I have a theory for how they can fix that. There's been 2 ties early in the season. We've gone whole seasons without ties.
How long has the rules been like that?
For many years, 25, 30 years.
And we're having all these ties.
It's rare to play that much football without one team having more points than the other. It's very rare. That's why this is weird. What happened twice in the first 2 weeks?
What is going on?
Well, but what do you think you should keep it this way? Because I think they're gonna look at it. Because too many people are complaining. But it's still rare. But happened to the Steelers and the Browns the first week, and then of course the Packers and the Bears the second week. I would think you go the rest of this year, maybe next year, and the year after without it happening again. But people are going to knee-jerk reaction, get excited, get upset, whatever. But if you want to change it, here's how I would change it. I go for 15 minutes is the quarter in the National Football League. So they play basically another whole quarter. That's a lot to ask on these players. Remember, the roster's only 53 men. So the rosters are already thin. Because back in the day the rosters were 60 men. Whatever they chopped it down to 53.
Maybe 40 something.
So now they already you don't have that many subs, that much bench. So you have to play another whole quarter of a game. I think you go half of a quarter. I think you go 7.5 on the clock. If you don't get it by then, you go college rules. You put the ball at the 25-yard line. And you trade.
That's what I think.
Yeah,
I'm with the 25-yard line thing.
And some people think
I'm
it goes
not
that
softer on them, but we're gonna do a whole. I want them to still play football.
Yeah, I don't think you do a full quarter plus that though. You got to come off that 15 minutes.
No,
you go
man.
Yeah.
Keep it how it is.
Yeah,
they can play football.
Yeah, they have a union.
Regular.
Right. That is regular. That's more than regular.
Nah, that's regular. A regular another quarter.
A regular another.
Yeah.
Regular. So Chad says regular, but not regular. But
another quarter.
The same.
Regular another quarter. The same exact quarter from the beginning. Again. 15 minutes.
We're recording.
Kick it off.
This is on tape. You know? This is the Huff and Puff Sports Bus. It's Chad the Barber. Stacey Huff. I'm president of Huff Nation Sports, by the way.
I'm president of Puff Nation.
He is. He absolutely is.
I got another nation I'm president.
He sure is.
I can't say that on.
There's a TV show called Greenleaf. Chad's might start Greenleaf Nation. About another whole thing. Another entirely different thing. So, also in the news,
Gut Punch Nation.
National Football League news. Eric Dickerson and some other old fogies that are in the Hall of Fame want a salary for the Hall of Famers. Eric Dickerson wants $300,000 a year salary for all the Hall of Famers living, of course, and full medical coverage.
What Eric Dickerson got going on? He broke. Or something?
Is he broke? I don't know.
$300,000 to do what?
I don't know that he broke.
What do you want $300,000 for? Why should he get $300,000? What is he gonna do with $300,000 a year? $300,000 a year, $30,000.
So we put you down for that's too much. That's
way too much.
Was all that to say? Okay. So what do you think would be a fair
Zero
amount for the Hall of Famers?
Zero.
You should get nothing.
Get a job.
These are old men.
Sign autographs. Get a job, sign autographs. Buy a car dealership. I don't care what you
buy a car dealership when you don't have any money.
Smoke crack, man. Do what you want to do. Do whatever you do. But don't think you're going to come over and get some money because of what you did.
Right. You
better get it while you're doing it.
That's right.
Not for what you did.
Right. So the players
I can't go back to a job and be like, man, listen, after 20 years, man, I blew all my money.
So you think the answer should be no?
I'm broke. Can I get $30,000?
So you think the answer from the NFL should be no?
Definitely.
Okay. And it may be. I don't know, $300,000. That seems like a whole lot, but I think they should give them something. I'm thinking.
They get a pension.
Yeah. Well, they do. I wonder how much the pension is. The pension is based on what you made, and we know that salaries nowadays, because of the TV deals, are way more. You got players who are half the players that those old guys were making way more money. And I understand if you're them, but of course Chad isn't one of them. If you're them, you got to be thinking, I want some of that pie. Pie's pretty good. Billions of dollars. CBS writing checks for billion. NBC writing checks for $1 billion.
Came at the wrong time. Don't worry about the check gonna get bigger, and then these guys gonna say the same thing when them boys getting paid billions to play football.
Billions?
They making millions, hundreds
of millions, right?
Could make billions one day when they go worldwide. They could be making.
But so many people are boycotting though.
Nah, that don't.
I thought people were boycotting this.
Who's boycotting?
Nobody. People just talking about
people at the bar.
Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's really boycotting it.
Nobody's turning around not looking at it.
And if you are, it doesn't matter if you are. Nobody. We talked about this in the barbershop. Yeah, the money's in the bank. So not watching is not the right way to boycott. We'll have another whole show about that. I hope y'all can call me on Cynthia Hardy's show on point Sunday before last, talking about the protests. My theory, and we don't necessarily have a lot of time to do it here, but boycott the sponsors. Boycotting TV, turning your TV, cutting your TV off doesn't really have an effect. Not the effect you think. Cutting your TV off. The check is written from the networks to the league in advance if you're watching TV. Before you decide what you're going to do, they already paid for your watching already. So,
John Bones Jones I think he just got cleared, man.
John Bones Jones, that's MMA or what are you?
MMA, yeah. So you can fight maybe next month or something.
So are we talking about, yeah, really? Do you see your boy Floyd Mayweather try to steal the attention this weekend and announce he might fight on your boy again?
Why would he do that?
Why would anybody care? They're gonna be the old folks on wheelchair, bumper wheelchair, and they got
I don't want to see him.
Gumming each other. That first fight, that would be. I want to see him fight 50.
I want to see him fight
in the street, in the alley though.
Yeah.
Just with clothes on, with regular clothes, like just with suits on.
No, I don't know.
Now I want to see him just fight like this. Yeah, like an accidental fight. Let's bump into each other. Like, did you bump into me?
Just more regular fight.
Right. Just I want to see him fight like that. No
rules.
Yeah.
No, man.
I want to see him fight like in a restaurant.
50 would kill.
I want to see him fight in a restaurant.
50 would kill.
Didn't T.I. try to jump on him in a restaurant?
I think
he said something about his wife. Yeah, he went on. Yeah, he walked. I know he walked into a restaurant to get at him on that back in the day. Let's talk about basketball real quick, Chad. Jimmy Butler. He wants to leave Minnesota. He wants to go to New York, Brooklyn, or the Clippers.
Not the Lakers.
He wants to go to a big market.
He don't want to play with LeBron.
He should.
That's what he said out of his mouth. Not I don't want to go to the Lakers. I do not want to play with LeBron James.
His actual quote is he wants to be the star, the centerpiece in a major market. You can't be the centerpiece on LeBron's thing because you're not as good as LeBron.
Because LeBron ain't gonna let you do nothing.
Because LeBron's better than him.
Better than him at what?
Everything in basketball. Everything in basketball. Name something. You name something.
Jump shot.
Better.
No.
LeBron's
jump shot is not
everything.
Jimmy Butler's
everything.
jump shot.
LeBron's twice the
Only
Jimmy
thing he's
Butler.
better at is passing.
LeBron is twice the player Jimmy Butler.
Man, come on.
So Butler's very wise. That's smart of him. If you want to be the man, you can't go to a place where someone's twice as good as you are.
You can't go.
So that's very smart of him. So he's smart.
LeBron's gonna cry.
Good move by Jimmy Butler.
The whole time.
He's smart. He know good. If he was that good, he just go there and be the man.
Yeah, I mean,
if he was that good, he just go there and be the man.
smart too.
Yeah, if he was that good, he just go there and be the man.
Nobody wants to play.
Kyrie is good. Kyrie is so good that he's on Boston. He's the second best player on that team.
Yeah.
He went to go be robbing for somebody else.
Yeah.
I won't carry your water, LeBron. I'm gonna carry Gordon Hayward's water. I don't carry Gordon Hayward's water.
Richard Jefferson.
I want to be the second man to Gordon Hayward. That was so smart.
Didn't want to play with.
Who?
Paul George didn't want
Richard
to play
Jefferson?
with. Nobody wants to play.
Did you name Richard Jefferson in the basketball game?
Yeah, Richard Jefferson.
That sums it up right
He
now.
been to the finals twice.
That sums it up.
Been to the finals at least twice. Maybe 3 times.
Chad just referenced Richard Jefferson.
Jefferson
That ends that conversation. That pretty much ends.
He was the man. Give him his props.
That ends the conversation. Where did he play? Where did he play college ball?
Arizona.
Who's his teammate?
These. Got him.
Chad is muting himself. Or Luke Walton. Would be done.
The coach of the Lakers.
Right. That's his buddy. So with that being said, Jimmy Butler's doing the right thing, but the problem is apparently him and Karl Anthony Towns had some kind of beef. He's trying to deny it now because he wants to be the man there. His problem is he's not better than a lot of people.
Oh no, Karl
He's trying to find a team.
Disappeared in the playoffs.
Notice where he picked. He picked 3 teams that are rebuilding. 3 teams that have no chance to win. Jimmy Butler picked the Nets, who might have been the worst team in the league last year. He picked the Nets. He picked the Knicks, who, if it wasn't the Nets, it was the Knicks. Hard at the bottom of the barrel in the league. That's the thing. And the Clippers. And the Clippers, where Sendarius Thornwell I got here, is actually going to be one of the better players on the team next year. Clippers lost a lot last year. They're rebuilding. They're in rebuilding mode. So he picked 3 teams that have bagel chance of winning. So you want to be the best player on
Knicks
a
might
bad
have
team.
a chance next year.
That says a lot about.
Knicks might have a chance next year.
I'm actually a little disappointed in Jimmy Butler. But here's the thing. He wants 5 years, $190 million. That's what he wants, 5 years, $190 million. And Thibodeau, he's not necessarily saying he's going to let it go.
Go to Orlando for that.
Another team is not real great.
I'm just saying, that's what else got money like that.
Yeah. So this is the Carmelo Anthony theory of basketball, where I'm going to go ahead and say now, at this point in my career, I'm just not trying to win a championship. I just want to be the man. I don't care how bad the team is. I want to go and be the biggest kid in Pop Warner and make all the time.
And get a shoe deal. And get a shoe deal.
If he didn't have a shoe deal by now, he's been in the league 8, 9 years. If he didn't have a deal by now, bro, he ain't got one. Most players in the league got a shoe deal.
Who do you think that one don't deserve?
I don't know. I'm sure you'll tell me. Who you think?
Larry Nance Jr.
He has a deal? I don't know if he has one.
There's got to be somebody.
After that dunk competition, he probably got a little bit of money. Somebody
out there got one that don't deserve one.
Listen, college football coming up this week. Alabama, Texas A&M. The spread is, I think, double digits again, big numbers. Alabama's gonna cover it again, man. You see Texas A&M getting in the way of them at all?
No, not at all. Dabu sucks.
Dabu? Is still Dabu?
Jimbo.
Everybody's Dabu?
I'm sorry. All of them.
Jones, get your boy. Get your boy, Jones.
They all sound the same to me, man. Like how we look the same to them, they sound the same. All their names sound the same.
Mr. Magoo, Jimbo, Dabo,
Zach, all of them.
Zeke, Zach, Zim,
Jimbo, Bubba.
So with that being said, you already said you know that Alabama won't run the table. You think Georgia can beat them in the SEC championship game?
Yeah.
If not, you think Clemson can beat them?
Yeah, okay.
Who's gonna beat Clemson? Nobody else ACC can beat Clemson.
Nobody.
You think a lot of Clemson?
I like
because that Furman win really impressed you.
I like.
You saw they beat Furman. You felt like, yeah.
I mean, it's the way they beat Furman. It's the way they beat Furman.
They beat Furman in such a way.
Furman ain't that bad of a
You
school,
saw Furman
man.
and you said, you know what? I can see them doing that in Alabama. You saw that. What you saw?
I can see them. Yep. 40-0.
That's heavy, man. That's
40-0.
That's tough.
2 quarterbacks.
That's tough.
They got. What's my man name? Touchdown Jesus.
Both they quarterbacks.
The man name is Touchdown Jesus.
Yeah, Alabama got 2 quarterbacks.
But ain't none of them named Touchdown.
The only difference between Alabama,
I don't even think they got
Alabama's quarterback won a championship.
So Clemson.
That man said sold to a championship.
So what? So what? Somebody else gonna win it this year.
That's why I like right. That's why he's sitting right there. That's my guy right there. That's my guy right there.
I'm about that.
He said somebody's gonna win it this year.
Somebody.
Where is you gonna get that from? Somebody's gonna win the championship. Where is you? You can't get that nowhere else.
Somebody.
Who else gonna tell y'all that somebody gonna win the championship this year? Who's gonna tell you?
I can't lose.
I can't lose. Chad's gonna be right.
You can't lose.
Somebody is going to.
Somebody's gonna win
the championship this year. Hey, tune in Friday night. Watch 57, channel 57.2 on digital. Watch 57 app. Watch.com on the internet. We have Pillion versus Columbia High live from Benedict Stadium. Bert Chandler and myself will be on the call. Corey Miller's away to watch your son play for Alabama versus Texas A&M. Christian Miller, by the way, SEC Defensive Player of the Week.
Spring Valley Viking.
Yeah, shout out to Christian Miller.
Shout out to Spring Valley.
Corey, my old high school rival. Keep looking up. All good things come from above, not below. Shout out again to those surviving after the storm. We thoughts and prayers to you guys. We back next Wednesday, 7:30
This is the end of the show.
p.m. on Free Thinkers Radio app. Also on Facebook Live. If you want to be a sponsor, hit his inbox or my inbox. Let us know if you want to be a part of the show. We'll shout out
If you just want to hit my inbox, hit my inbox.
Hey, hit him on the. It goes down in the DMs.
I'm in there.
It goes down in the DMs. I don't know.
Open 24/7.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at Huffster Sports. You follow me on Twitter as well. See y'all next week. Have a great one. Huff and Puff Sports Buzz. We are out over here. Did they blow your buzz?
Blue, no, not yet. You can't do it. You can't do it.
I promise you can't.
You can't.
It's impossible. Like
Unless I
Teflon.
get pulled
It's
up.
like Teflon.
Teflon
The
buzz.
clock says 30 minutes.
We still on.
I have more.
And it's karaoke night.
But wait, it is karaoke night.
Yeah.
What you want to sing?
Huh?
Go sing a little something. What you got?
I got this is for my homies. This is for my homies.
I've never heard of this song before in my life.
Gangsta Lean, man.
That's something new?
No, man.
That's old?
Very
Some
old.
Coolio?
The video.
Hey, we got more time. We got bonus time? Because he can sing more.